Hi, my name is Lamar Brown, and I am here today to talk to you about proper kitchen safety. There's three main topics that I would like to talk to you about. Um, these three will be proper kitchen attire, proper utensil handling, and cross-contamination. These three topics to me are most important in the kitchen in my opinion because they help determine how smooth the kitchen runs throughout a daily basis. The first topic I would like to talk to you about is proper kitchen attire. Proper kitchen attire is what you will come to work with on a daily basis, as far as your hat, your jacket, your pants, and your shoes. Also, any accessories that come along with it, such as you can see, the badge, the temp gauge, the pen, and the marker, if you can see it. To me, the least important to me is the pants, because there's many types of pants that you can wear in the kitchen, and like the chefs, most chefs wear checkered pants. Some chefs wear all colored black pants, and then you have the checkered chef pants. Also, the jacket. The jacket is important, but at the same time, it's more for a uniformity in the kitchen amongst the other cooks. Because if you ever notice, the chef in the kitchen mainly wears a white coat, and that distinguishes them from the cooks, so that helps out. Also, you have your badge, so you can be identified throughout the hotel or the restaurant, wherever you work at. You have your temp gauge for temping meats to proper temperature, such as chicken, which should always be temped to 165, and you have fish that should be around 135, 140. When it comes to beef and pork, it depends on how a customer would want it. So, the temp gauge is not that important when you're dealing with those kind of things. Second, I would like to talk about proper utensil handling. When I say utensil handling, I mean such things as spoons, tongs, spatulas, whisks, but most important, the knife, as you see right here. Most people, when entering the kitchen, a lot of people do have experience, but some people don't have experience. So, as me, when I first entered the kitchen, I did not properly know how to handle a knife. I mainly hold the knife like this, which, as I got into a kitchen and started cooking, I realized this is the worst way to handle a knife. As I was trained properly, some people hold knives like this. Depends on what you're cutting or what you're chopping. But the best way to hold a knife that I found is choking up on the blade and the handle. In between the blade and the handle, choking up on it. It gives you better leverage for when you're dicing, as you can see when you're dicing, and when you're chopping. It gives pressure in the back for when you're chopping. It also helps. It also helps for safety issues, such as losing limbs, or not limbs, such as losing fingers. Uh, Improper handling of a knife could determine whether you walk home with 10 fingers or 8 fingers. So, if you don't know how to properly hold a knife, ask someone. Ask as many questions as possible. I'm pretty sure that your chef, sous chef, or any more experienced line cook would help you on how to handle a knife. Last but not least, which to me is very important, is cross-contamination. Cross-contamination determines whether your restaurant stays in business, whether your restaurant has a lawsuit, many things. Most kitchens have color-coded cutting boards. Like you will have green for your lettuce, you would have white for other vegetables or whatever, and you would have like red or blue for your meats. Cross-contamination happens a lot. It's something that can be avoided, but doesn't get avoided too often. Also, when you're using a cutting board, or when you're at a station, period, be sure to have a sanitation bucket for proper sanitation, and make sure you know when to change out your cutting board and when not to change out your cutting board. This would also help in many ways. That pretty much concludes my informative speech. Thank you guys for listening. Hope I was able to help you. Have a good day.